going down at quite a rate away from everything that God has for you, and you need to pray, Father, deliver me from evil, because you want to know that deep intimacy with God. You want to come to know him in the kind of way that we've been describing this morning. You want to come back to him. But the trouble is, when you've been going down that smooth path toward those shops for the ice cream for so long, the further down that you go, the harder it is to come back, because you have to come all the way back uphill up the smooth road before you get back to the crossroads to then decide, okay, I can take the correct path. And so the further down that you go, the harder it becomes. And if you are to come back up that path to the crossroads and then up the path that God has for you, then it's going to take a miracle, because you're going to need some serious help to get back up there, right? Well, I have news for you this morning. That's this, that when you pray, Father, deliver me from evil, that there is a deliverer. Of course there's a deliverer. And he walks from the top of the narrow path, and he walks down the cobbled streets, not carefully climbing down, but throwing himself recklessly down those streets to the fork in the road. And then he takes the wide path and he sprints down, and he sprints past the shops, and he sprints down the smooth tarmac, and he runs down the street, and he gets you, and he grabs you, and he pulls you, and he shows you the way. You follow him back up, and he takes you all the way back up to the fork in the top of the road, and then he takes you up his way, and he takes you up the cobbled street, and you climb higher and higher and higher with him, and you're out of breath, and you're barely keeping up as he drags you, and your legs are tired, but something just keeps you moving as your heart is strangely warmed, and your feet are aching, and you have blisters, but you're just so full of excitement and joy, and the view is beautiful. And as you get to the top of the street, you look up and you see the one that dragged you all the way up there as he's hanging on a cross. The one that dragged you out of the muck and dragged you out of the mire. His name is Jesus. He saves you with his life. And you cry out to him with the loudest cry, and your voice is on fire. Yours is the glory forever and ever. Worthy is the Lamb to receive all power, all riches, all wealth, all wisdom, all honor, all praise. Jesus, you are so worthy above it all, for you have rescued me out of the pit. You have dragged me out of my old life into the new. I'm struggling to keep up, but I'm clinging on to you. You have led us out of temptation. You have delivered us from evil. And I'm sure there are some of you here this morning who need to, maybe you need to experience that deliverance again. Maybe you never have experienced that deliverance, but maybe you need to experience it again, because there is something in your life right now that is holding you back. It is the glass screen in front of you. It might be a persistent sin in your life. It might be a relationship. It might be a kind of heart attitude that you have, struggling to let go. I don't know what it is. There is something. And you need that deliverance this morning. That Jesus would rip down that street, grab you, and pull you to safety. Let's have the band back up.